One Eagles defensive lineman has a make or break year coming up. A lot of people have not talked about it, but it must be mentioned because the success of that Eagles front may hinge on whether this player takes a leap. Welcome on into A to Z Philly. I'm RB. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. If you do enjoy these videos, we cover the Eagles every single day. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any coverage. And my question to Eagle Nation today is, who is the one player on the defensive side of the ball that you are looking to step up and take a leap this upcoming season? Who needs to have that year where they break out and you're looking at them going, man, that really impacted this defense, right? Without that, you know, we maybe we didn't expect that, or we were going to look for production elsewhere, but that player contributing like he is has really helped transform this defense. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Mine is Jordan Davis, and it goes right in line with the topic of today's video because Dave Zangaro over on NBC Sports Philly put out an article as they are counting down their most important players for the Eagles this season, and Jordan Davis is number 15 on their list. For me, it's probably near the top, if not maybe number 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Jordan Davis has to have a huge jump this season. It says, will Jordan Davis take a big jump? His spot on the most important list, which is number 15. But I think it's higher, honestly. And we talk about Jordan Davis, right? It says Jordan Davis, even though is the number 13 pick in the 2022 draft, he has not lived up to expectations, but he's far from a bust. Well, I'm here to tell you, and this is where the convos get a little uncomfortable. But if Jordan Davis comes out and does not produce this season, I think he has to start entering that conversation of being a bust from a first-round pick. Not saying he can't have a good career. I'm not saying he can't be a guy somewhere, but he needs to really show that first-round pick potential. The Eagles brought him in. Now, in 2022, it was more of like a nurture role, right? They had their guys established. They were a Super Bowl team. Jordan Davis was kind of sitting in the shadows learning. Fine. But there were a little bit of questioning going on about his conditioning, about, you know, what his role would be. Then some of the vets, you know, move on, retire, etc. And last year got very interesting again because not only was he kind of dealing through, you know, some smaller injuries, but his conditioning, the number one element of whether he can take this huge jump or not, didn't improve. And that's been the main question. Can his conditioning survive? Can he get in better shape? It says the Eagles want more from him, and the 2024 season will let us know if they're actually going to get it. And I would actually change the wording to say they need it from him, right? You look at some of these young guys who are being asked to step up, not only Jordan Davis, but the Jalen Carters of the world. I believe in Jalen Carter wholeheartedly. I think the injury messed him up last year, and then the switching of the schemes and the coordinators, etc. But Jordan Davis, for me, it's just a big question mark. I don't know. And based on the new scheme with Vic Fangio, like he's asking Jordan Davis to step right in and be that guy, be the nose tackle for this team most likely. And there was a quote a couple weeks ago after OTAs, the press conferences, all that, where Jordan Davis said, being at my best and being the anchor of the defense, I want to make sure the middle is locked down. Whatever scheme we're playing, 3-4, 4-3, it doesn't matter. If I'm on the field, I want to make sure I hold it down. That's what we need, Jordan Davis. I like that mentality. We need you to go out there and be that rock for the Philadelphia Eagles. Despite starting all 17 a season ago, Davis's 45.1 snap percentage was 5th among Eagles defensive linemen. He's confident he can handle an uptick in snaps if he's called upon to do so. I believe his rookie year, he started 5 games, but again, he didn't really play that much. Last year, he started all the games, but again, didn't play as much as we would like him to. And now he's in a situation where, you know, it's you. Like, this is your job to lose. You need to be the guy. And here were his numbers last year. First 7 games, he had 2.5 sacks, 5 QB hits, 2 tackles for losses, and a forced fumble. And the last 10 games did nada. And I would say, off the top of my head, the numbers are probably a little bit similar to Jalen Carter. Like, he didn't do much at the end of the season either. So whether you want to credit that to the system that was being run or just their lack of production, conditioning, etc., well, I'll leave it up to you. It says a nose tackle's play will always be judged by production on the stat sheet. That's not fair. So much of a nose tackle's job is to eat blocks to keep his teammates clean and free. But there's no question that Davis wasn't playing well down the stretch. It's not much of a secret why. Because of his conditioning. That's his number one goal. He said the same thing last offseason. and he said it now and he's preaching it. He needs to get in better shape. Now, I will say some of the Eagle teammates in OTA said this guy looks really good. Like, he looks like he took another step, just like right here, his boy from Georgia, Nolan Smith, said, quote, "If you can't tell, that boy looked good. He's nice and slim. He's running around. He's doing box drills like it's nothing." So nice praise there from his former and current teammate as well in Nolan Smith. While Davis is listed at 336, he weighed way more than that in 2023. This spring, he was down to 350 from an unknown weight higher than that. Davis needs to find a sweet spot. He needs to get in better shape and stay there. Here was a quote. "Obviously, it looks a lot better than it did last year. I feel a lot better. We just continue on. We got a plan here, and we keep on working." The number one thing for him is just being in the best shape he can possibly be in. He's taken huge strides with that this offseason, and it's a work in progress, but he's off to a really, really good start. If he's in great condition and can play all out, he's going to be a hard guy to block. I mean, I guess it also depends down the line in terms of what type of defensive lineman you want him to become, right? Because he's going to be the nose tackle this year, but, you know, in the future, do you want him to be that all-around pass rusher, run stopper type of guy, or is he going to be more of like a one-trick pony? So I think it also depends on what his role is, but overall, to be the best version of himself in all areas, he needs to get in better shape, as it continually says here. And I liked the one quote that he said a couple weeks ago in terms of Vic Fangio. Quote, "I'll be ready to answer the call. I know what's required of me. I know Vic is leaning on me." So that's good, right? Kind of buying into the vision, having the trust of your defensive coordinator. And he said, "I know the D-line is leaning on us. I definitely think I'll be able to handle it. That's what I've been working on. Nobody is coming to save us now." So pretty much, I mean, that's kind of the best way you can summarize it, right? Nobody's coming to save you. If you don't perform this year, the Eagles are going to have some tough decisions to make. And I like what Jordan Davis said about Vic Fangio in that he's not taking any BS. If you're not there showing up ready to go, your job could be at stake. That's the type of mentality these players, this team needs to come out with this season. They need to be hungry. They need to have that fire deep down, and they need to get off to a good start and be able to prolong that. It's time to put up or shut up. That's my thoughts on Jordan Davis. I hope he can answer the call, and I hope he lives up to that potential. But do you think he's going to do that? Give me your thoughts down below in the comments section. As always, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Also, real quick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor of today's video. It is the great BetMGM. Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using our code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to parlays, live bets, player props, and daily boosted odds specials. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. So go ahead and find out why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Sign up today with the bonus code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions.